Hello everybody and welcome back to YouTube. As you can clearly tell, I'm still grinding away at the archery class to get the nice warbow to utilize and kill everybody in Chivalry 2. However, there was one thought that struck me recently, and that was, when the horses come into the game, how much will it actually change the perspective of how it is to play the game? Now you might say, what do you mean? And what I mean here is that imagine, right now you can stand in a field or like on a side of a castle wall and you can fire your bow, or you can do some emotes, you can stand around and have a good time. But when horses are in the game, are they going to be added to already existing maps? Are they going to add horse maps? Like, Mordhau has some horses in them. And I will say the people that are good on horses are very annoying. If you're trying to get from A to B and then somebody just comes along and just... you can't even stop them. There's no chance. They come in at Mach 4 and they just smack you across the face and boom, you're dead. And the horse got you and it pisses you off. And then you try to kill the horse, but then they just run away and heal far away and you can't catch up to them because they're on a horse. Now, horses might be a really cool addition to the game, don't get me wrong, but I'm wondering how much of an effect a horse or like a cavalierman will have on the game. Is horses going to be its own class? Are you going to be a cavalier and ride a horse and then have special weapons? Or are you going to be able to just, you know, be an archer, for example, and get on a horse and fire your bow and arrow from the back of the horse? I mean, that seems the most reasonable that that will be the case. But if that is the case, isn't that also going to be very annoying for everybody that doesn't have a ranged weapon? Imagine an archer just riding around on a horse, just shooting and poking at people and then just easily getting away because they're on a horse. They're faster than you. They're much more agile and have more mobility. And they can just run away far back to their spawn, get some more ammunition, get back on the horse, ride around like an absolute buffoon again, and annoy everybody on the enemy team. Maybe even on your friendly team, depending on how bad of a shot they are. Now, like me, I'm not the best shot in the world in this game. Now, horses could also potentially be in sections of a map. So now I'm thinking in a team objective map. But it could also be that a horse is not added to a team objective mode where it's in stages and it progresses further and further through a map, but rather, for example, free-for-all, team deathmatch and other modes that doesn't require the map to progress and move on to different sections. Because certain maps in team objective doesn't really suit a horse. Like, for example, the one siege map where you're attacking a castle that's on the coastline, the beginning beach area and the subsequent push of siege equipment to the gates are pretty suitable for horses. But the second you get through and into the city, I guess a horse could work in the city as well, but then you get to the last castle to blow up the trebuchets and take the castle down, and at that point I do not think a horse will be very useful. But maybe it just dynamically changes in the way that you don't need a horse throughout the entire map. Maybe you just have a horse at a certain section and then you just leave it back there and let it go and grass on some food and survive on its own while you leave and play the game continuously without your horse. Now, I'm curious to see what you guys think. How do you think a horse will play? Will the horse be spawned in on the map and ready to be used by anybody that just runs up to it? Or will a horse spawn into the map like a battlefield vehicle these days, where you just click on the map and boom, you spawn on the horse as a certain class? Or do you think horses will just be in certain sections? Do you think horses will be on certain maps or modes in specific? I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Now, in general, I don't think horses will be a bad addition. It will add more gameplay and more diversity to the game, but it will probably also add a little bit more salt to the game than, you know, they remove. I mean, every game has a bag of salt in it, and I think horses will add an extra half a bag of salt compared, depending on how good people get on horses. If people get really good on horses, I'm going to add to that bag of salt with my own teaspoons of salt, where I get pissed off because a horse continuously murders me. But in other news, we are getting close to summer and it's getting hot outside, so I can almost smell the biggest update coming around the corner. And I hope so, Tornbanner. I'm keeping an eye on you, god damn it. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, maybe even comment down below and tell me what you think about this in general. Subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to tick the bell so you get every notification and every new video. I don't only post medieval content, I do post a little bit of everything, but if you do enjoy my content, then hopefully I'll see you on other videos as well. I'm the Turtle, and until next time, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.